Hey guys, what's up? So I know that I haven't done a video in a while, and I'm really sorry for that. That I couldn't come up with a really generally good idea, but I think I found one. So I know that school is starting up soon, and I know that there's a lot of freshmen, high school freshmen, my sister included, that are terrified of going to the high school for the very first time. So I've written some tips that I think are going to help. Let's get started. Tip number 1. You are a freshman. You're a freshman. You're a freshman. I can keep saying that and people are just gonna be like, yeah, I'm a freshman, so what? So what is that you don't go around the school thinking that you fucking own it. Because you don't. You're a freshman. I don't want to see any cocky freshmen out there, because I know my brother was one, and I wanted to shoot him like multiple times. But I didn't. So, don't be that cocky freshman that thinks they're like the coolest thing since sliced bread. You're a freshman, eat some humble pie. Tip number 2. Make friends with the upperclassmen. I know this is going to be like scary as hell, but if you have some classes with some upperclassmen, like maybe like who knows what class, but if you have classes with upperclassmen, talk to them, be friendly with them. Because chances are, they were probably in your shoes once, and they know how terrifying it is to be a freshman. So if you make the first move, then good for you. And then plus, if you're friends with upperclassmen, you get some inside dirt on which teachers are cool and which teachers are assholes. You get some, maybe, tutoring if you want to. Depends on what kind of friends you are with the upperclassmen. And then you get some awesome advice that, shit that they fucked up when they were freshmen and that you should never ever do. Okay. Number 3. I know that there's time between classes where you should get to the next class as soon as possible. Sometimes they call it switch time. Use the switch time to your advantage. I know more towards the end of the year that the teachers are just going to be like, you should have used the bathroom or gotten a drink during switch time, because they really don't like you doing that stuff in the middle of class. But sometimes you just can't help it, and then plus it's just kind of obnoxious. Which brings me to my next tip. If you're that one girl that's allowed to be in the bathroom because the teacher said that you're allowed to be in the bathroom, don't be that asshole that takes like 20 minutes just because you're checking your Facebook or your Twitter on your phone. And then, because other people in that class might have to really go to the fucking bathroom. Like, they legit have to pee, like, badly. And I know that I've been in that situation. Like, I've been in the classroom for maybe 10-20 minutes just trying to hold my pee in while the other girl, for a fact that I know, was like checking your phone or checking your makeup. Which brings me to my next tip. I know that a lot of people think that, makeup and stuff is important in high school, but I went to an all-girls school where makeup it didn't matter. Like, if you wanted to wear makeup, good for you, but it wasn't a requirement. And then, which brings me to next tip. No one cares what you wear. I know that all-girls Catholic high school, you wore a uniform every single fucking day. But, on those free dress days, or jean days, or whatever the hell you call them, you could wear whatever you want. No one cares what you wear. You could be in sweatpants and a hoodie and sneakers, and you would be fine. Which brings me to my next tip, which is follow the fucking dress code. Okay? You could roll up your skirt to barely cover your ass, but who are you trying to impress? I mean, if there's any guy teachers at the school, they're probably married. So, that's obviously out of the question. This isn't Pretty Little Fucking Liars. Okay? If there are male teachers, they're obviously not gonna go for you, because 1, you're freshmen, and 2, it's fucking illegal. God. So I know for Catholic schools, people think that you're sluts just because you go to, an all-girls Catholic high school. Just accept the fact now that you're going to be called a slut. I remember I got called a slut the first time when I was a sophomore, and I remember going home and crying to my mom and be like, Mom, they called me a slut! And I remember I was just, my heart was broken because I had never been a slut. I always dressed appropriately, danced appropriately, and all that jazz. But I remember being heartbroken that I was called a slut. So just accept the fact that you're going to be called a slut right now, and then you'll be fine. So those are some of my tips, and if you guys have any other tips or any more questions, you can leave them down in the comments, and I will see you next time. Bye!